I want to say something I want you guys to hear crystal clear. Even if we repeal Common Core, this battle's a long way from over, not the least of which is textbooks. And that's where the real money is, and that's where the real influence and the real agenda is. There's no question they're trying to buy our children, buy our nation. Laurie Cardoza-Moore with the Proclaiming the Justice to the Nations, PGN, I always do this wrong, PJTN.org gets this more than anyone. The Wahhabist money, the Saudi money, and the influences that are anti-Christian, anti-Judeo-Christian are going to still be there even if we get rid of Common Core. So this is two things we've got to kill. First, Common Core, and then we've got to address the Textbook Commission, and I've asked her to address you now. Laurie Cardoza-Moore.
PJTN. I know, that's a hard one. All right, you guys. So as you heard, the textbooks are a major issue. And if you think the textbooks are not going to be tied to Common Core, guess what? If we don't repeal Common Core, the textbooks that will be used in Tennessee schools is going to have the seal of Common Core on them. Because the same rhetoric that we found in the textbooks, that Julie's son found in the textbooks in Williamson County, were with the anti-Semitic statement that legitimized killing Jews, Palestinians killing Jews in a Jerusalem restaurant, and accusing Israel of occupying Palestinian land. On top of that, there is anti-Christian, anti-American, anti-capitalism, pro-Marxism, and pro-communism in the textbooks. These textbooks, ladies and gentlemen, have been used in Tennessee schools for the last 6 years. They just voted, using with the help of Governor Haslam's committee, the Tennessee Textbook Commission, they just adopted another 95 inaccurate, biased textbooks with over 700 pages of inaccuracies and biases in them. And if you think these textbooks aren't coming to your home, guess what? Within the next couple of months, your county school boards will be voting to approve them. Compliments of Governor Haslam. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a battle on our hands. We've got to train up our kids. If we've used 6 years of inaccurate textbooks, and if we don't get rid of these textbooks that our children are getting ready to use in the fall, that will be another 6 years before we're ever able to put decent textbooks in our children's schools. Think about it. That's 12 years of education. It's one whole generation that won't know the Constitution, won't know the Bill of Rights, that will have a skewed perspective of this great country. And I just want to leave you quickly with one of my favorite scriptures, because of proclaiming justice to the nations, as it says in the Bible, in the book of Joel, God said, proclaim this to the nations, prepare for war. And this is the scripture out of Deuteronomy that's one of my favorite battle cries. And it says, starting at verse 1, when you go to war against your enemies and see horses and chariots and an army greater than yours, do not be afraid of them, because the Lord your God, who brought you up out of Egypt, will be with you. When you are about to go into battle, the priest shall come forward and address the army. He shall say, hear, O Israel, today you are going into battle against your enemies. Do not be faint-hearted or afraid. Do not panic or be terrified by them. For the Lord your God is the one who goes with you to fight for you against your enemies and to give you victory. God bless you all.